welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. So in today's video, I want to discuss my unpopular fashion opinions. So strap in, get ready for it. Let's get controversial. Okay, so I honestly love these videos because I feel like sometimes someone's unpopular opinions might just be a lot of other people's opinions they're afraid to say. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna say mine. I'm just gonna say mine, and you know, you can agree with me, disagree with me. I would love for you to comment and let me know your thoughts on these things. And yeah, these are just some things that I've been thinking about lately in fashion. And what are my unpopular opinions? And I need to give credit where credit is due. I was inspired by Caitlin Pulowski. I love watching her videos. She is hilarious. And she did a unpopular fashion opinions video recently. That is what inspired mine. So anyways, without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, first we are starting with the bombshell. Okay, so hear me out. Hermes blankets are the home decor equivalent of the Cartier love bracelet. Okay, hear me out. Don't get me wrong, I think the love bracelet is fabulous and beautiful and stunning, but it's no surprise to anyone that this bracelet is kind of everywhere. It is very saturated. It has kind of become like one of those typical fashion status symbols, which yeah, I think it's great. I think it's beautiful, but I think these Hermes blankets, I don't know if people buy them because they just want to get offered a Birkin. They want to build up their purchase history. You know, they bought enough Oran sandals and they bought enough belts and now they're trying to build up the purchase to get the Birkin offer. I don't know. The Hermes blankets are nice. They're about $1,600 US. I think it's called the Avalon blanket. I Googled this, okay, because I don't want to say it's common without having the facts backed up, because I am a scholar over here on this channel. There are over 1 million of these blankets in circulation. To contrast, the Birkin, I think, is just over 200,000. So there's really not that many in the world, but I feel like it's become, when you see a picture of like an interior of a luxury yacht or a luxury apartment or luxury house, it seems like the Hermes blanket is synonymous. It's always kind of there. It's always kind of in the background. You know, luxury TikTokers have their Hermes blankets just in the background. I would prefer if you could customize them with your initials than it just being like an H. You know what I mean? We already recognize the blanket with the color blocking. We know it's Hermes. It doesn't need to have a big giant H on it as well. Like, we don't need to be advertising for a brand in our homes. That's just how I feel. I think the blanket is very soft. There might be versions of it that don't have the H on it, but I don't know. I don't love it. I feel like I've just seen it so much. And again, I know I spoke about this in my Is the Birkin Just a Status Symbol tag video. I spoke about how maybe the content I'm consuming is pushing out more of this type of luxury content, you know, because I'm always researching for this channel. So maybe I'm feeling like this blanket is more common than it is, perhaps. But definitely more of these blankets exist than Birkins in the world. They are much faster to make, you know, they don't take 48 hours and they don't need a single artisan. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of these blankets? I'm just kind of getting sick of seeing them on social media, to be honest. I think it's a tad humble braggy, but I don't know. What do you think? The thing is, there is a little bit of a void in the market with, you know, fashion brands moving into interiors. So with Hermes, you can get items in homewares for your home. You know, there is Fendi furniture out there, for example. This is actually a piece. I'm not trying to be showy. I'm just saying that it does exist. Some brands do furnishings. Armani has Armani Casa. Versace has Versace Home. All of that. But I don't know why the Hermes blanket is just the one everyone buys. And there are other options out there, but perhaps there just aren't enough logo-y brand recognition type options for people other than maybe Versace. What do you guys think? What do you think about this whole thing, this whole blanket thing? I'm kind of over it, but I mean, if someone just gave it to me for free, I'd be like, oh, this is cozy, this is nice. But I don't know, I'd feel a bit like douchey posting it in my story all the time, like chilling at home with like the H with my slippers, and there's the Hermes H, like, you know what I mean? Okay, second unpopular fashion opinion. Vegan leather is just marketed pleather. Okay, hear me out here. I was inspired to mention this because I've noticed a little bit of a discrepancy in the fashion industry as of late with, you know, companies saying this is vegan leather and then they're still charging as much as leather, or fashion designers such as Stella McCartney. She has an actual vegan leather line, but the bags are like $2,100 US for some of them, and it's not leather, it's made of mushroom, which grow for basically nothing. So sometimes I'm just a little bit frustrated by this because I understand that there's a need for more ethical mediums, textiles in the fashion world, and there are vegans out there, vegetarians, animal activists, or just consumers that don't want to be consuming animal products and they want alternative options. But what I don't like is when brands market something as vegan leather and it's just polyurethane. And polyurethane is worse for the environment. It does not decompose and it releases gases into the atmosphere, into the environment you're living in throughout the lifespan of that item. That's just my unpopular opinion, I guess, is vegan leather is a separate thing than pleather. But I find so many companies are saying something is vegan leather when it's just polyurethane. Because vegan leather could be made from mushroom, it could be made from pineapple, it could be made from something called mycelium, which is like a different fungus related to the mushroom. There are so many different vegan leathers that actually do break down and decompose over time. Some are even compostable within a few years, but that's like a whole other topic. A lot of them are meant to be durable, long lasting. You could wipe it with water, it's fine, whatever. I'm just over brands saying like, this is a vegan item, and it's literally marketed as that. It makes, you know, young people think, oh, I'm doing a good thing, but then they're just paying for plastic. Like they're just paying money for plastic. So I think if you are going to go down the whole vegan leather route, definitely, you know, if something is claiming that it's vegan leather, look at the label. If it says polyurethane, then it's just pleather. Literally, it's just pleather. So I know that everything in fashion is marketing, so you really have to do your research if you actually do care about something like this, because if you just want to avoid leather and you don't care if it's made of plastic or not, that's great. So it's entirely up to you if you want to do the vegan leather versus leather thing. I just cannot stand how it's not marketed properly by some brands, especially some fast fashions. Can't stand it. And also when you get it out of the box and it just like stinks and smells like chemicals, like, is that a nice experience? It's really not. My third unpopular fashion opinion, Shein needs to be canceled. Yes, you heard that right. Now, don't get me wrong, I have absolutely zero issue with someone wanting to buy clothes at an affordable price point, okay? Not everybody is going to go shopping at Chanel for a dinner out dress, okay? That's just not practical for most of the people living in the world. But what I am getting really fed up with is seeing the endless Shein hauls that seem to be promoted all over TikTok and all of this, all over YouTube. It's a known fact, if you want to grow your fashion channel, depending what type of fashion channel you want to have fast fashion hauls such as Shein, Zara, Fashion Nova, Misguided, Boohoo. All of those type of hauls get tons of views because people want to know where to buy cute, cheap clothing. Now, the problem I have specifically with Shein is that I did a Shein haul back when I started this YouTube channel. I have since removed it because I didn't want to have their stuff promoted on my channel. I don't stand for what they do. I saw this whole article about some of their items had above the legal limit of certain chemicals that were cancerous and bad for your health. And you know, this is the price of some of these companies where you're paying, yes, $5, $7 for a t-shirt, but at what cost? You know what I mean? Like, how are the workers being treated, and what are they actually using to spray the clothing on so it can be shipped possibly in humid conditions where it's not getting, you know, mold, things like that. And I'm not here for it. And what I really don't like about some of these fast fashion companies, side note, I actually haven't bought any fast fashion, anything like Zara or anything like that in over a year, with the exception of my baby boo dresses try on video that I did. That's a good one. I'll link it below for you. I'm honestly just more focusing on quality here. Again, because these type of brands just seem to promote prices that are just so cheap. They really make their money off of, you know, how many items per order can we get people to purchase? How far can we get people to spend money? Okay, next unpopular fashion opinion is that I really just detest Y2K fashion. I feel like you're just spending money to look cheap. I'm sorry, it's just my opinion. The low-rise jeans, the bucket hats with the cow prints, the colorful plastic jewelry that's popular. Like, I don't understand it. It's a little bit too much for me personally. The square toe, I like the square toe, but I feel like when it's all combined together with, like, you know, the kind of slouchy bags and then the bucket hats and then those like cheap looking little tank tops that are cropped that have like baby doll on them or whatever, and then like the tie neck like this. It's just not for me personally. I think some aspects of it are cute, and I think that we see a lot of Y2K fashion, especially in the show Euphoria. If you've seen Euphoria, comment below. Honestly, I love that show. I feel like it's very uncomfortable at times, but it's a very wild, it's very crazy. I'm here for it. It's just, I'm obsessed. I love Fez and his little brother. Those are like my favorite characters. They're just like little gangsters. I love them so much. They're amazing. They're my favorite. I'm just not into the Y2K fashion. You guys know already. I've said this before. I'm not going to dwell on it too long. Okay, my last unpopular fashion opinion for this video is I feel like Louboutin is becoming less popular. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? A classic Louboutin pump that will never go out of fashion ever. It is a classic. But I feel like less people now are buying Louboutin because they haven't really kept up with, say, you know, the slides craze. A lot of people, especially in hot climates, especially where I live, slides are a daily staple. You know, Balenciaga makes slides, Fendi, Gucci, Dior, all of them. They're such staples, especially for spring, summer. And they really don't have slides that people are wearing. They haven't really gotten on the slide train. Also, so many of their shoes, yes, they are so beautiful. Louboutin shoes are definitely a very special occasion, but the unfortunate thing about them is that they are known as being so uncomfortable, and it is true, they are so uncomfortable. The pairs that I own are uncomfortable, and when I've tried them on in stores, I'm like, these are so uncomfortable. I don't know if I really want to buy them at the moment because I'm not in love enough to suffer through the pain, you know? So yeah, I haven't really showed many Louboutin shoes in shopping vlogs lately because I just haven't really seen anything amazing. I feel like as well for daily wear, it's not really a brand associated with a daily shoe. They need to get on the comfort train a little bit. I know that Louboutins are not known as being comfortable, but I think for, you know, daily like flats or sandals, they need to make them a little bit more coveted, a little bit more wanted. And I'm finding that I don't really see anyone rocking Louboutin flat shoes, flat sandals, or slides. They just haven't really done it well with the ones they have on offer. They're really known for the heels, and that will never go away. But I think in terms of daily shoes, people are really choosing other brands, especially in the luxury realm. Look at the Hermes Oran sandal. That is such a well-known shoe because it is comfortable and it is quite durable. Now, Dior DUI slides, I've mentioned so many times, and they are so popular for a reason. They're a very durable shoe and they are very wearable. They can match with so many things, and there's so many color schemes. There's so many other designers doing, you know, printed slides, neutral slides, regular slides, but you just don't really see many people wearing Louboutin, and I think they really need to up their game. So I guess that's my unpopular opinion, is that Christian Louboutin needs to up their game in order to be a more daily wearable shoe brand, because yes, for the special occasion, they have nailed it. They've got their rhinestone shoes, they've got their heels, all of that, but they don't really have the daily thing down, in my personal opinion, because I just don't see them that much on others. And then whenever I go in, I never see a daily shoe in Louboutin boutiques that appeal to me personally. What do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts. That's it for my unpopular fashion opinions for this video. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, I love you. And if you are new here, definitely consider subscribing because I post new fashion content every single week. All right guys, take care, bye.